Ladies and gentlemen, when I first heard this story, initially I did believe it. But I have to tell you, the days after, I had doubts. I did. I mean, especially when I saw the highway that she claimed she saw a toddler, I just found it hard to believe that a toddler would be out on a major highway like that. It just didn't make sense to me. So this young woman is going to be in for a rude awakening. They're saying she made the whole thing up. They're going to put her in jail, y'all. They're going to make an example out of her. Now, you know how this country is. Karen can call in false police calls all day and all night, and they won't jail her. But this young woman, because of what she did, she is going to jail, y'all. Make no mistake about it. So Carlee Russell search movie Taken, Amber Alerts before disappearance. Carlee Russell, the Alabama woman who returned home on Saturday after she went missing for 2 days, searched for Amber Alerts in the movie Taken on her phone before her disappearance. Hoover Police Department Police Chief Nicholas Durzitz uh, told reporters Wednesday Russell also made searches related to bus tickets in the hours before she went missing, he said. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, the police chief said, adding he would not share them out of privacy. So, wow. Taken actually came out in 2008. It starred Liam Neeson. Centers around a young woman who was abducted and the quest to save her from kidnappers. Thursdays said that it's highly unusual that Russell searched for Amber Alerts and Taken in the hours before she went missing. We want to talk in facts, and I do think it's highly, highly unusual to the day that someone gets kidnapped, that several hours or 8 hours before that, they were searching the internet and Googling the movie Taken about an abduction. I find that very strange. Russell told police that she was taken by a male and female when she stopped to check on a toddler that she reported on the highway. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. And if investigators saw a man abduct Russell in the surveillance video of the interstate, and they said after they reviewed the video, there was absolutely nothing on there that resembled a kidnapping or even a toddler being out there. So, from what we can tell, we don't see anything on the interstate other than her car and then someone getting out of her car on the driver's side, he said. We have sent that off to the FBI for enhancement. Russell said um, when she reported seeing a toddler walking down the highway before her disappearance. But Hoover police said in the press release on Tuesday evening that investigators have not found any evidence of a child walking alongside of the road. Hoover Police Department has not located any evidence of a toddler walking down the interstate, nor did we receive any additional calls about a toddler walking down an interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area as depicted by the traffic camera surveillance video. Yes, and those traffic cams are all over the place, and a lot of your news stations use that, especially if they're reporting on traffic. They have those those surveillance cameras over, especially heavily traveled roads. And it seems like this 459 route is a heavily traveled road. So I don't know what she was thinking. Mm, mm, mm. We've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public's safety related to this particular case. The police chief emphasized on Wednesday that the investigation is ongoing and police want to speak to Russell again. And if Russell could face charges, they were asking the police chief if she could possibly face charges. And he said this is still an ongoing investigation and they have not discussed any charges. Duras went on to discuss the resources that went into the investigation. People have to understand that when someone says something like this, we put every available resource. Everybody comes from a state, local, and federal. It's just a lot of work. It is a little frustrating to think that all this has been done, and when we can't find anything out, he added. And the reporters were asking about a toxicology report. Possibly, was she on drugs and that's why she did this? He said they have no report for that. All right. And then it was also, mental illness was also brought up, asking if she possibly had a history of mental illness. And he said he was not aware of any mental illness in her background. So the update came amid questions surrounding the circumstances of Russell's disappearance. The police said in a statement that detectives are continuing to investigate what happened from the time she called 911 on Wednesday at around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time to report a toddler on Interstate 459 in Alabama until she returned home on foot late Saturday. ABC News has reached out to Russell's family for comment. Hoover Police Department previously said the 25-year-old stopped her car to check on a toddler she reported after making a 911 call and called a family member to report what she saw. The family member lost contact with Russell, but the line remained open, according to police. Officers responded to Russell's 911 call, found her vehicle and some of her belongings on the scene, but there was no sign of Russell or the child she reported. Authorities said Tuesday that Russell stopped at a Target to buy snacks, but they were not found in her belongings inside the vehicle. Police said in a statement on Tuesday that detectives have obtained surveillance video of Russell that shows her walking alone in her neighborhood before she arrived home on Saturday night. The medics were dispatched to Russell's residence on Saturday after she returned home to aid an unresponsive but breathing person, as described in the 911 call. But police said first responders found Russell conscious and speaking when she arrived, and she was transported to a local hospital where she was treated and released. Wow. And there was a question about the next time a woman of color goes missing, the case may not be taken seriously. And the police chief responded, we investigate every crime to its fullest, just like we have this one. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with this sister, but she clearly needs help. But please tell me what you think about this video. But I have to tell y'all, I am not shocked at the outcome. I I think when I saw a picture of the highway, that pretty much did it for me as far as what I thought about the whole thing. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.